Hello all, welcome back to the tutorial of C programming for beginners. Hi, this is Sakthi Arun, M.Tech student from NIT Patna. I'm technically supporting the missile Ingeniator. Okay, so in the last lecture, I have given an introduction to arithmetic operators, also some of the basic operators what we use in the expressions. Okay, so in this lecture, I'm gonna briefly explain about arithmetic operators. Okay, so in the last lecture actually I given about the basic operators of what it's perform on operands. Okay, so similarly when we consider arithmetic operators, it actually can divide like unary and binary operators. Okay, so in unary plus and unary minus operators, we do an single operators, it's performing operation on a single operand. Okay, so now let me give an explanation for an increment operators. Okay, so in increment operators we actually perform operations on a single operands, like if I say any operand such as a as an operand. Okay, we perform an operations like in unary we say plus or we say minus a. Okay, so this is a single operators working on a single operands. This is a unary operators. Okay, so this is a unary operator. Similarly, when coming to the picture of increment operators, we have two types. One is a pre-increment and the next thing is a post-increment. Okay, so in case of pre-increment, what actually happens is whenever we consider operands a, okay, let me consider here as an a. Here the value of an a is it's first evaluated to increment a value as 1. Okay, and then the value of a is considered. Okay, say assume if I declare a value as an a equal to 2. Okay, so first what happens is plus it increases the value to 1. And then here, okay, so 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Okay, so the value is evaluated first and then it's assigned to whatever value is in the L value. Okay, but in case of an post or increment operators, what happens here is, suppose I assign b equal to a plus. Okay, so first the value of a is assigned to b and then the value of a is incremented. Okay, but whereas in case of an pre-increment, what happens here is, if I say that b equal to plus a. Okay, then what happens here is the value of a is incremented first and then it's assigned to b. Okay, that's the difference between pre-increment and post-increment operators. In case of an decrement operators, what happens is it's similar to an increment case. Say I assign the value of a to a equal to 2. Okay, now if I say b equal to minus a, then what happens here is a is reduced to value of 1 and then it's assigned to b. Okay, so whereas in case of post decrement, what happens is, when I say b equal to a minus. Okay, so the value of b is assigned with the value of a. Okay, so the b is equal to 2 and then the value of a is decremented. Okay, so in a previous case when I mentioned that a plus plus, okay, that is nothing but a plus plus, or basically it's nothing but a equal to a plus 1. Okay, similarly when I say that it's a minus or minus minus a. Okay, so this actually equal to a minus 1. Okay, reducing the number by 1. So this is what it represents. Now let me simulate all those operators in the code blocks, such that you will get a better understanding with these theoretical concepts. Okay, at first let me give an explanation for pre-increment. Okay, so let me remove this. Okay, first let me give for pre-increment. Okay, let me give both for increment. Okay, for increment, what we do is, I am assigning the value of integer a equal to 2. Okay, and then b equal to 2, and then I am assigning variable c and d. Okay, now what I am going to do is, now I'm going to print the value of a before I'm performing any operations on a with the increment. Let me print the value of a. Okay, So print of the value of let me give it a double quote, the value of a equal to percentage d. This percentage d is given because because the a is actually an integer, okay, and a and then b equal to percentage d, okay, and then slash n is a escape sequence for new line, and then I give variables a and b. Okay, now let me terminate it. Now the next thing is when I assign the value to for an operand c, okay, I am giving like a plus plus, okay, a plus plus. So in this case what happens here is first c is made equal to a, and then a is incremented, okay, a is incremented like a plus 1, okay. Now whereas in case of d, I gonna this is actually a pre-increment, okay, let me mention it, it's a pre-increment. Okay, now I'm gonna give explanation for okay, sorry, this is actually post increment. Okay, so whereas in post increment what actually happens here is, okay, the value of c is assigned to a is assigned to c, and then it's incremented. Okay, so this is an example for post increment. Now I'm gonna give an example for pre-increment where a is incremented fast, and then and then its values are assigned to d. Okay, here what happens is a is incremented fast, and then value is assigned to d. Okay, so this is an example for pre-increment. Okay, yes. So now I gonna print the value of an all the variables. Okay, now let me check what is the value of all those things. Okay, so b and value of b, and then c, okay, and d. So let me give c comma d. Okay, now what we are expecting is I give value of a is equal to 2 and b is also 2. Okay, so in this equation first a is assigned to c, so c value becomes 2 and then a becomes 3. Okay, so here what happens is c is equal to 2 and a is then later incremented 3. Okay, whereas in case of these equations what happens is the value of a is incremented fast. Okay, for let me use another variable b. Okay, because a we already existed right in the previous equations. Okay, so I use b here. Okay, so what happens is at first b is incremented and then the value is assigned to d. Okay, so what happens here, the value of d, okay, first b is incremented to 3 and that same value is assigned to d. Okay, so I'm printing like this. So we are expecting value of c to be 2 and a to be 3 and b to also 3 and d also 3. Okay, I'm executing the program. Okay, sorry, I have to give comma here. Yeah, so what happens is initially I am assigning the value of a to 2 and b also equal to 2. Okay, so later in case of a post increment we expect the value of c to be 2 and a to be 3. Okay, yes, we received successfully. And the next case it's we want the value of b to be 3 and a to be okay, and d to be 3. Okay, yeah, we got b as 3 and d as 3. Yes. So this how the pre and post increment is performed. Now I'm gonna give an example for an decrement. Okay, now let me change that to decrement such that we will be getting a better understanding. Okay, so okay, or else better I do one more thing, that I gonna use a multi-line command. Okay, so let me use that a multi-line command. Okay, now let me copy the same code. Okay, I gonna do for an decrement. Okay, in case of decrement I have to give minus minus. Okay, and here also minus minus. So first the value of c is assigned with the value of a. Okay, and then a is decremented. Okay, so a is decremented, like a is decremented from a to a minus 1. Okay, so this is called a post decrement. The reason for post decrement is first the value of a is assigned to c and then it got decreased. Okay, decreased to one value. So what happens here is c is assigned to the value of a, so it's 2, and then a value is decremented to 1, so 2 minus 1 of a value is 1. Okay, now the next thing is b. For a very operand b, we are pre-decrementing it. Okay, so value of b is a pre-decrement, and then that value is assigned to d. Okay, so for pre-decrement it actually happens with the value of b is, becomes 1. Okay, and the value of b is 1, so it's assigned to d. Okay, yeah. So now we are expecting these values. Let me run the program now. Okay, now let's see. First I have assigned the value of a to 2 and b also 2. Okay, now we expect the value of a to be 1 here. Okay, yeah, value of a is 1 and c to be 2. Yes, the value of c is 2, and for b and d we need the value to get as 1 and 1. Okay, yes, we got the same result. Okay, so this is how post and pre decrement is it's syntax, and then it's performed inside an C program. Okay, okay, now we have simulated these values of pre and post decrement value and pre and post incremented operators in the code blocks. Okay, for more operators on arithmetic I'll be teaching guys in next lecture video. Okay, thank you all for watching this video. If you have any doubts or comments, please post it in the comment section. Okay, thank you all.